I'ma take pop. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
Alright, people. Party people in the house. We are back. Back again.
Yes.
Okay? Not that we were gone, okay? But we're back for this episode. And then we're gonna be gone. And then we're gonna come back for the next episode. Thankful, by the way, for everybody, all the love you've shown us and everything you've done for us. Really appreciate everything that you guys are doing, showing us and helping us promote our show and pass the word along. In the vibe is here. In the vibe. In the vibe. Okay, and we are ready to kick it. Okay. I said kick it.
Oh, kick it.
That's what the tune would be.
I thought.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to punch.
Well,
I'm ready to punch that.
I can't pick my leg up all the way. But
You're not flexible?
I didn't take yoga, but
no? I didn't take yoga or gymnastics. That's a whole different story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not even gonna go over it. Let's go back to what And this is episode number 2.
Okay. In the vibe.
Yeah, in the vibe. But before we go on, remember to subscribe.
Yes.
What's your hand, man? What are we supposed to do? Because I thought we practiced this. It was supposed to be like right here. Subscribe. Right. Okay. Really?
Yeah, you were supposed to guide because the way you did it is like
subscribe. You see, you didn't follow. Today we have Bass P in the house.
That's right. I'm happy to see you guys. Have to be here, and we're going to rock this episode today. Let's go.
Hey, Bass.
Yes.
Quick question.
Yes.
Bass and I are both into WWE wrestling.
Yes.
Did you watch wrestling this week?
I did.
And
it's going to be interesting because I don't know if you watched it. Have you watched it?
I watched it.
You have?
Yeah.
Yes.
So who do you predict?
Well, for WrestleMania?
Yeah. Brock Lesnar?
I'm a loyal...
Or the head of the table?
I'm a loyal Roman Reigns fan. I'm loyal to that family. I love that family.
I'm a Brock Lesnar fan, right?
That's hillbilly.
Oh, man. Woo! Brock! It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Exactly.
I sort of forgot. Honestly, I forgot what the line was. Right? What he was saying. But yeah. So him and Zays, this backfires on him. Just think if Brock Lesnar wins.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Or Roman Reigns.
Wow.
But it will be Brock Lesnar. We all know that. Okay. They're gonna join the 2 belts, and it's supposed to come unified belt. It's supposed to go back to the original, that big gold WCW belt. Remember that big one, that massive one that really made you look like a champion?
Love it.
Right? I think they should bring it back. If you agree with me, put it down in the comments. Right? And let's do a petition. Bring back the original WCW belt, the big gold belt, world champion belt. Okay.
But may I ask, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
My favorite wrestler is Ricky Steve.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I was a Macho Man fan. I used to impersonate
that was the
Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. I was always doing that impersonation, and I loved the way I didn't know how he talked like that. Get your heart all fired up. Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man, really serious. Yeah. So,
okay, in the comments, do you think this was a good impersonation of Macho Man Randy Savage? If it was, put it down. And if you can do better, right, send us a video. Okay? And we'll put it all up there. We'll put a little compilation of these videos up there.
Yes.
So, Bass, I have a question for you. Okay, so this week we're putting Sugarhill in the spotlight. So, because we're going to put them in the spotlight, okay, would you like to talk about Sugarhill?
Oh yes, because these guys, first of all, this group has been my first influential impact in my life, because when I first heard them on the radio, the way that these guys rap, and I have to say their names because I have to put their names out. First was Wonder Mike. Wonder Mike was the intro and the closer guy. And he was my personal favorite because the way he flowed and rapped, it was so great. And then there was Big Bank Hank, this big guy. He was big, but he was rapping so fluidly. And he was like taking his shirt off, and the girls still loved him. So I love Big Bank Hank. And last but not least, Master G. Master G, this was a smaller guy, but he was dancing the way he flowed, and rap, I can't even correct myself well. But it was just such an impact, all these three guys together. And back then, when you heard this rap on the radio, it was up to, what was it, 9 minutes, 10 minutes,
10
11
minutes.
minutes. I mean, that was just unnatural, uncommon in radio back then. Usually songs were 3 minutes.
And people
4
even
minutes.
said it wasn't going to play. They weren't going to play this on the radio,
Exactly.
right? And it was never going to make it. Just like Queen.
Exactly,
The
exactly.
operatic album they did, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
Their producer, their manager told them nobody is ever going to listen to 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or 13, 12 minutes of this song, these long songs that they were producing at the time, or they were recording. But hey, the radios played it, people loved it, and Queen is a legend.
Yes, they are.
Right?
Yes, they are. And
Freddie Mercury, man,
Yeah.
incredible, well ahead of his time, right?
Love that guy.
Anyways.
So I wanted to talk about also the Sylvia Robinson. Let me speak about her, because this was the lady who was a singer back in the 50s, and she started her own music company with her husband. And in the 70s, it wasn't going so well, in the early 70s. And
Well, I think her music career was sort of coming down as
Yeah.
well, and so she was looking for new acts,
That's right.
And she had an idea that she would start sort of producing other people, and so she went around, searched, and found different bands that she was interested in, but the one that she fell in love with was Sugarhill.
Here's Wonder Mike, Hank, and Master G, the Sugarhill Gang.
The hip hop, you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, bubble to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat.
It was something that not a lot of people were doing at the time, right? And so she signed them on, and that's what their name was Sugarhill, right? And so she decided to call the record label Sugarhill,
right.
Sugarhill Records. Okay.
what I love about her daring choice to make a rap album, because she said that. She says, if I'm going to get bankrupt, I'm going to make a rap album no matter what.
If I'm going down, I'm going down,
Exactly.
burning, right?
Exactly.
So, burn, baby, burn. Okay.
And when these three guys came together and they made this hit, the Rapper's Delight, from the Chic album, Chic song, Good Times. It was just amazing, and I think she was even surprised how great that this song, this record was going to play so well. And I think for her, maybe she didn't even know it, that it just brought a new influential wave to everyone about hip hop.
It was new, man. It was
Yeah.
something different. Nobody else was. Well, there was a couple of other people doing it, but
Yeah.
she hadn't seen them. But she had seen Sugarhill, and she brought them into the spotlight,
Yes.
right? And I have to go back and remember, album was already released. A rap album was already released, right, by the Fastback Band,
Yes.
or the Fastback Band with King Tim III. They had already released it. They were already recording albums, but they were recording it under their own independent album at the time.
But I think this was like the first
National
song
rock that
yeah,
went
exactly.
national, right?
Exactly.
All over. Because they were sort of isolated only into the sort of the New York
Local.
scene and Los Angeles, like that's where their music was playing. Mainly in the hard funk genre. The people that love the hard funk, that's where King Tim James' music was sort of listed under, right? Because there was no real genre for listing for rap or hip hop at the time. That term didn't come up until about the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, it was just put under R&B and soul or hard funk, right? And in the UK, like I said earlier, it was alternative music.
I always like listening to his UK stories because I had no idea about UK.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, in the UK, we didn't. That was all new. There wasn't that big of a crowd. Like as I mentioned earlier, there wasn't that big of a crowd. But okay, is that the group that influenced you? That really got you going, popping?
Well, this was my first group that I was introduced to hip hop. Ever since with Wonder Mike, I wanted to rap ever since.
Yeah.
But I guess I should ask you, what was your first influence?
Well, people, let me tell you. Okay, my first influence was King Rahiem III. You all know that. But however, the guy that took me to elevated my love for hip hop music and rap was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Okay. And these guys, their song, I was sitting back and I heard the song, New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York ain't all what it seems. Here is a clip from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. New York, big city of dreams, baby. Okay, so here we go.
New York, big city of dreams. And everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around.
We hope you liked that last clip with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. New York, right? Give them some respect, people, right? If you're listening to this for the first time, damn. This is good music, right? Now you can see how we got influenced, right? And all those other rappers that are out there that got influenced by this is what happens. Sugarhill and the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five had influenced. It was the music that people were dancing to, doing hip hop and on the street with a cardboard on the sidewalk in the basketball courts and everything. This is how powerful their message was, and really brought out the creative side of all these dancers, singers, writers, other rappers, future rappers were ready to, launch their careers, and so they were sort of the leaders and the guys that sort of set the path for all of us, all our future rappers, right? Well, and your famous rappers and your favorite rappers, if you go back and ask them or listen to them, who influenced them, these are the people, right? P. Diddy was influenced by Sugarhill, right? Snoop Dogg by Grandmaster Flash, right? Dr. Dre, all these guys, they were all influenced, and we're going to be talking about them as well in upcoming episodes, but they were all influenced by these people, right? So breakdancing was being introduced, the B-boys, right? And so breakdancing was started making its breakthrough as well, and so that's right after that, I remember watching probably a few years later after the movie Breaking, right? And so that came to theaters. It was very temporarily in the theaters in the UK. I don't know how long was it.
I'm not sure.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, they even used a few samples from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Fives in their background when they were doing the breakdancing, right? And or when they were just doing the title of their shows with the music, right? So, and oh yeah, by the way, if you look at one of the clips, what's his name? Van Damme, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme is one of the big muscle guys at the beach when they're doing the breakdancing at the beach. Wow. He's one of the guys in the background just like moving. Right? So he was an extra in Breaking at that time. Wow. Right? That's cool. So I'll show you the clip. So bass.
Yes.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It's that time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Hey, was that too loud?
It was a little bit.
It's that time.
It's that time.
If you smell what the vibe is about to say. All right, go ahead. What is this week's?
So let me introduce you to this week's top 10
hit list. Okay, this is week's top 10 hit list.
She want the info. She do. I wanna talk about crypto. I'm tryna lead it, but bloody. Ooh, like
admitted I would die for what I live from. Some people may not ever find what they dreamed of.
I've been on both sides of that, made a smooth relationship ugly. When dealing with a true connect, my first goal is get you to trust me. 19 is, don't never burn.
I just dead ass had a shootout in my crib, I hired guards. I ain't sitting down in jail doing life, I'm being smart.
I'm a made nigga, self-made nigga. Always been a hustler, all I know is get paid, nigga. Yeah, you know my.
Said the beef is over, that was motherfucking cap. Don't need no fucking handouts, let alone a doubt. Yeah, 6 and 8 and 4s and 2. I shit close killers. Who shot, I don't remember. That bitch off coke, remember.
Try to hold it down for a nigga, you know that I fuck with that. Shot it right around in the new man. You know I stay low.
Showed a lot of niggas love and I give them my last. Why you tell that bitch my business, know she bring on my pants?
We hope you loved it this week's top 10. Yes. Okay, bang, 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 baby. Okay.
Great.
And are you ready? We're ready. Okay.
Ready, always.
Next week we have another exciting episode coming up. Okay, it's a surprise session, right?
That's right.
Hey, Bass, you gonna be here still next week?
I will be here.
Are you sure?
Okay, because I'm a hip hop man. You're a hip hop man. We're gonna talk about hip hop.
I love hip hop.
We're gonna talk about music.
Okay, so we're gonna continue on our next week's episode number 3. Okay, so we want to say thank you for supporting our first episode and supporting this episode and being here, watching this, and we really appreciate you and love you guys. Okay, continue supporting us by subscribing and ringing the bell and also leaving some comments, and don't forget to hit the likes, people.
Yes.
Okay?
Please subscribe.
Likes. You know the little hand that goes up like this? Yeah, hit it. Not the one that goes like this. Nah, this one.
I can't follow him anymore.
This
I don't know where he's taking
this
all
one.
the time.
This one. Okay, the like
Right
hand. Okay, press it.
Yeah, subscribe in the vibe.
Yeah, subscribe to the vibe, and you'll be in the vibe.